Mind, Body, and Soul, an A&D conversation. Hosts Annette Harris and Apostle Dion Hunt are ready to bring you some exciting new content. Get ready to talk, laugh, live, and love with conversations you can interact with, shows you can plan, and news you can use. Tune in every Tuesday and Thursday at www.intellectualradio.com. Connect with us on Facebook at Mind, Body, and Soul, an A&D conversation, on Instagram at Mind, Body, Soul AD, and via email at mindbodysoulad@gmail.com.
If you need wisdom for the mind and deep down in your soul, tune in for the ride. It's mind, body, and soul. An Andy conversation. An Andy conversation.
Hey,
Andy conversation.
great evening. Welcome to another broadcast of Mind, Body, and Soul, an A&D conversation. How are you, Apostle?
I'm wonderful now.
Insider, you will not know what we're laughing about.
Behind the scenes.
Yes. We're good. We are excited to be here tonight. I am so glad to be here. It is our last broadcast of 2018.
What a year.
Yeah.
What a year.
That was an interesting picture you just popped up on your iPad.
Oh yeah. Let me see.
You kind of sharp there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Show it to the camera.
I learned from the best. Learn from the best. There you go.
Look, I told Apostle before we started, I feel a silly spirit coming on, so y'all just don't mind me on tonight. But when you come in, can you please go ahead and like and share? Please like and share tonight. We're on our page, Mind, Body, and Soul, an A&D conversation. We're also on YouTube. You can go to IntellectualRadio.com. We should be live there. And then a little bit later on the broadcast, you should be able to see the YouTube live on our Facebook page as well. So stay tuned for that. And I'm just ready. I'm really ready to get this show started and just kind of jump on in here on tonight because the end of the year came so fast,
man,
that it's like, okay, where did it go?
You know what? I think it seems like the older I get, the faster time goes.
Oh my goodness, you are saying something there.
And you start looking, you start looking back more.
Right.
For some reason.
Okay.
But this was a year. It kind of flew by to me, but so much was crammed into this year.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. And it's been a good year for me.
It's been a good year. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's good. Because we're going to talk about that on tonight. We want to talk about just maybe kind of do a rundown of various things that have happened this year. Highlights, the highs and lows, as we stated in our earlier post, the highs and lows of 2018, of course, because we're coming, well, just a few days away from the end, so to speak. The end of the year, not the end of the world. That didn't sound right, did it?
Lord have mercy. We're just a few days from the end. Lord have mercy. Run to the altar, folks.
Repent. Let me stop. But you know what? Yeah, this is something to think back on. We want to talk to each and every one of you. Just a little conversation we have. It's here it's called an A&D conversation. So we just come here. We say pretty much on your ride home in the evenings.
Yes.
Or some of you may be off of work, but we just like to chit chat with you. But tonight, just focusing, we want to hear from you all on tonight to see what your highs and lows of 2018 was. Things that you would not mind sharing with us on tonight as we go through the show. So you want to say anything else on that?
focus on the fact that whatever happened in this year, throughout this year, that it did not take God by surprise.
No, it did not.
Nothing takes God by surprise. And so when you put certain things in certain contexts, did you learn from it? Did you grow from it? What kind of experience did you pull out of whatever happened? Then, it gives you a new perspective of what this year was to you, and also what the coming year is going to be. And so um, let's talk about it, and let's see if we can muster up some excitement for the upcoming year.
Yes, I'm ready.
I'm looking ahead to next year.
You're looking ahead?
Yes, absolutely.
Because a few shows ago, you kind of prophesied about the upcoming year, didn't you?
A little bit.
I received that.
Hey.
What'd you say? No, I'm just kidding. Listen. Listen, okay, let's see. I'm looking here on Facebook Live now. I was just a few minutes ago sharing the broadcast. I was sharing the Facebook Live, the same thing that I asked you to do. So I want to recognize some people that are on here now. Michelle Thomas, I see you watching. Joe McCord, Brandy, Monique is on. Thank you for watching. And I'm so grateful. And I can't see these other two names. That's
Michelle Thomas.
Yes. Michelle has provided us with our current events for this evening.
Wonderful.
And I believe she did a wonderful job in pulling up things that happened in 2018. So we're kind of look at that in addition to what we're talking about on tonight. So yeah, we were, Apostle and I were kind of chit-chatting earlier today, and we were saying we just wanted to look at 2018, maybe kind of look at spiritual aspects, natural aspects, things that have happened, and kind of we want to encourage you all to call in on tonight. 708-223-8953. Again, 708-223-8953. Because again, we want to hear from you, hear what you have to say. And, whether it's a high or low, I mean, we're all in this together.
Yes.
So we want to hear some things, some exciting things. We would love to hear that. Unfortunately, some people may have lost loved ones in this year. So that may be, something that they want to share, but we'll definitely be praying for you.
Absolutely.
And everything. So yeah, this is cool. Do you want to start with the current events?
Yes, let's go into the current events.
Okay, you look like you about to jump off the table. You have something?
You know what? I always have something.
What do you have?
Don't do me like that. Now that I'm talking about it, I can't find it.
Uh-oh.
Okay, here it is. Obama tops Trump as America's most admired person.
No.
You don't say.
Where did that come from?
And this is a Gallup poll that they do every year.
Okay.
And you might ask, what Trump or what Obama are we talking about? Well, both of them. Somebody said both of them. Both of them.
Turn to your neighbor and say both of them. Did I do that?
Take the TH out, put an F. Both of them. Okay, so let me read it. Michelle Obama, who was touring the U.S. to promote her autobiography, was named the most admired woman by Americans in a Gallup poll released Tuesday. It is the first time in 17 years that the former First Lady, Hillary Clinton, did not top the list.
Ooh.
The Gallup's annual poll, conducted December the 3rd through the 12th among 1,025 U.S. adults, asked respondents what man or woman living today in any part of the world they admired the most. And so Hillary Clinton won 17 years in a row.
Good
wow.
Gosh. And yet did not win the presidency.
Well, and she's won that. She's won that like 20 something times, but 17 years in a row she won. And so former President Barack Obama is the most admired man for the 11th year in a row.
Oh, wow.
Besting current President Donald Trump, who is second. That's a rare position for an incumbent president.
Donald Trump was what?
Well, that it's rare for the incumbent president or the present president to not win the most admired person. That's
anybody have an answer as to why that is on tonight?
Well, we have a rare president.
We have a rare president.
And so
rare we don't want him in the office.
Well,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm kind of
just 13 times out of 72 polls has the current president not won. 13 times. Wow, 13 is an unlucky number. Wow.
You know, I'm going to try to be nice tonight. I really am.
You gonna try?
Well, not really. No, I'm just kidding.
Look at this. Given the current polarizing times, there was a large partisan split. Obama was the most admired man among Democrats and independents, while Republicans overwhelmingly said they preferred Trump. No surprise there. Others on the top 10 list are...
He paid him.
Yeah, probably, or promised him something. Others on the top 10 list are former presidents George W. Bush. Now, his rating, you know, his people's view of him has increased since President Trump has been in office.
Oh, of course. I mean, it's like you don't realize what you have until it's gone.
Absolutely. Other presidents, George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, businessman Bill Gates, Elon Musk, independent Bernie Sanders, Democrat Joe Biden, Vice President Mike Pence, Pope Francis, and the Dalai Lama. Among women, Oprah Winfrey came in second. That doesn't shock me.
Right.
While Clinton fell to third. Hillary Clinton fell to third. First Lady Melania Trump. I almost said shrimp. Lord have mercy. First Lady Melania Trump. I don't know why I almost said shrimp. Rose to fourth place. Rose to fourth place. The 10 most admired women also include Queen Elizabeth, German Chancellor Angela Merkel, Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Ellen DeGeneres, Nikki Haley, Malala Yousafzai.
Who's that?
You know, she's a young lady who the Taliban targeted because she was education was outlawed.
Oh, okay. That was okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she had a blog.
Yeah. I remember.
I
know who you're talking about. I just didn't remember her name.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
And I hope I didn't mispronounce it. But Nancy Pelosi, the once and likely future House Speaker. So those were some of the people who made the list.
Okay. Well, cool. Somebody said that Trump shouldn't have been on the list at all.
Well,
I think they were probably just trying to give him some kind of respect as
you got to keep in mind this poll was only done 1,025 people took it.
Oh, shucks.
You know what I mean? So depending on who, you know, that's not a large poll if you ask me.
Pastor Cece says, I wonder if people pick randomly or if they give them choices to rank. That's a great question.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have to give them choices, I think.
Yeah. Hi, Pastor CC. Hi, Dr.
Hey,
Hill.
Pastor CC, Evangelist Hill.
All right. Glad to see you guys on. Let's see here. Let me hop over to some of the current events that we have before we go into 2018. Oh, well, this is kind of both of them. This one story I'm going to read. Robberies down 19% citywide in 2018, Chicago police say. It says the Chicago Police Department is celebrating a major milestone for city safety. Earlier this year, CPD says the department set a goal to cut down the number of robberies in the city. Thursday, the department celebrated a 19% drop. When we have a reduction like this, we're really pleased about that because that really impacts the citizens, the everyday citizens in the city. Police officials say they credit a targeted robbery suppression campaign.
Wow.
Centered around the holidays, in addition to tracking down trends from offenders. I'm wondering where that came from or how they did this.
I mean, if it worked, whatever it was, it worked.
Right. Yeah.
You said 18%?
19%. Do you really believe this, though?
You know, I want to believe it.
I'm just asking. Okay.
I want to believe it.
Okay. It says here, in just the past week, officers arrested 45 people on robbery charges. What we see with robberies is that, they are pattern crimes. So the guy that goes out that commits a robbery today is probably going to commit a robbery tomorrow and the next day until we take them into custody. You think? It says here the campaign officials say has contributed to an 18-year low in robbery incidents in nearly half of the city's 22 police districts, including Logan Square, Wentworth, Gresham, Inglewood, and Morgan Park. Now, I'm gonna throw this in here because I heard this little news on the way here today, and they said there was another report. I'm not sure if Michelle has this in our current events, but 2 were shot today on the South Side by a suspect who was dressed as a postal worker.
What?
So of course, when they put this story out, they say, yeah, this comes on the same day as, the report that comes out saying that the robberies were down. Isn't that crazy?
So they were dressed as a postal worker.
Yeah.
They didn't work for the post office at all.
Well, I don't know. He's still they're still trying to find the person. The suspect is still on the run. It says Chicago police are investigating a double shooting inside a home in the city's Fernwood neighborhood. And I heard them say something around 99th and State Street, so South Side, around 2:20 p.m. today, when the suspect, who was dressed as a postal worker, knocked on the door. The suspect said he had a package to deliver to the male victim. When the victim opened the door, the suspect opened fire and shot both victims. So the one guy that he said he had the package for, they say he shot him in the chest twice. And then he was 27 years old. And then there was a 23-year-old woman that was in the home, and she was struck by gunfire in her lower body.
So they were targeted.
It had to be. And as you all pray for these individuals, because as it stands now, I mean, they're still alive. But this is, I believe the man is really fighting for his life.
Talk about premeditation.
Yes.
That you're gonna put on an outfit, a costume,
exactly,
and have a story to go along with it to get someone to open a door and expose themselves vulnerably,
right?
Because they think they got something coming, and then you shoot them.
And of course, you're probably going to open the door, especially around this time.
Absolutely.
Packages are coming, this, that, and the other. You want to be
I mean,
home.
how believable is that?
Exactly.
I have something for you. You have to sign for it. I mean,
right.
That's like normal, everyday stuff.
Right. And he asked specifically for the guy. So I'm like, this is really, really wild. Very wild. We just have to be so careful. Kendrick, I see you on. Kendrick Harris. Good to have you on also. Let's see. You all stay tuned. I'm glad to see him pop up on here. Stay tuned. On our break, we're going to have some music by Kendrick Harris. So I want you all to listen and then support this young man, powerful, praise and worship, powerful artist. Now, oh wow, I can call you an artist. How exciting! Okay, but anyway, he has new music. Let's see. Michelle says, "Oh, she was trying to limit the amount of depressing news. That's why she didn't put that on there." But no, that's fine, Michelle. I appreciate that. Unfortunately, it's stuff we still have to deal with. This is another sad one, but I'm going to talk about this. Okay. It says no bail for a man charged with beating and stabbing mother to death, hiding her body in the trash can.
Lord have mercy.
What? And now the mother hadn't been seen, I think they said, since December 19th or something, but her body was found Christmas Eve. And he was charged with first-degree murder after he was identified as the person who allegedly stabbed Betty Wallace, which was the mother, 67-year-old. She was 67 years old. He disposed of her body in an alley in the 10800 South block of South Prospect, another South Side. And they said the streets and sanitation workers discovered her body as they emptied the garbage can into their truck. Oh, this is doing something to me. Okay. And then it also says that the responding police officers observed that she had been severely beaten and stabbed and had multiple lacerations and stab wounds to her body and face. She was pronounced dead at the scene. And they said she was beaten so badly to the right side of the face, was completely caved in, and she was missing several teeth. Look at him. He can't even look at the camera. Lord have mercy. But they said something about, I guess, there was an incident or something that she had put her son out before then. So maybe this was like a revenge type thing or something. Yeah, she hadn't been seen or heard from since December 18th.
A lot of times when we see stuff like that, where a person may have murdered a parent, especially if it's a beating or a stabbing like that, sometimes, a lot of times, drugs are involved.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that that's the case, but certain things that I've seen, I know someone who that story is eerily similar, and knew him, went to college with him, and what happened between him and his mother, drugs was at the center of it.
Oh my God.
So
Horrible.
it's horrible.
Absolutely horrible. And you know what? I say this, I say it often. What we have to realize and understand, it's drugs, it's mental illness.
Mm-hmm.
The state of Illinois closed down so many. They closed down all the mental institutions.
Mm-hmm.
So these people are not getting the help that they need.
Walking the streets.
So where are they? They're showing up at your church. They're everywhere. And I'm not trying to be funny, but they're there. So I mean,
and then the family members are not equipped to deal with them.
Exactly.
You know, they don't have the know-how to deal with them, and they get to a point to where putting them out is their only recourse.
Right.
And that's no good. Even that's no good for them.
Right.
You know, so
because they know where you live.
Right. You know, well, it's no good for the one that's on drugs, because now they're out. You know, and so it's just a vicious cycle that nobody wins.
Yes.
Nobody wins.
Definitely.
So,
Michelle says here, how can people bring themselves themselves to kill their parents?
Well, you know what I just thought? That's one definitely one way to look at it. But the thought that just came to my mind when you were reading that is that, okay, what if he was under the influence of something, whenever he sobers up and has a clear mind and it finally hits him, he'll never recover.
Yeah.
He'll never recover.
Yeah, that's right. And the key word is if he sobers up.
You know, or if drugs was involved to begin with. So
that's
what I was thinking.
So pray for that family too, guys. Yes. Let's see. Josh Matoya. Hey, Zoriante Brown, my minister of music, is on watching. All right. Glad to have you guys on. Tammy, glad to have you on watching on tonight as well. Now we want to because we'll continue to talk about current events or things that are happening. But tonight we're focusing, if you guys are just now joining us, we're focusing on the year 2018. We're at the end of another year. This is our last broadcast for Mind, Body, and Soul A&D conversation for the year. We have some great things coming up in 2019, but while we're on during this last session, we want to kind of talk with you all about 2018.
Yeah, tell me something.
Apostle said, tell
great.
Me something.
Yeah, for real. Tell me something great that happened for you in 2018. Tell me something great that you made happen for you or for somebody else.
Yeah, I like that.
In 2018. Let's brag on our success. Let's brag on God.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let's talk about the successes and even the learning experiences that you might have had in this in the past 12 months.
Yeah. I think we should start there.
Yeah.
With especially after all that news I just gave you.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to dampen, but it is what's happening around us. But yeah, so if you guys can call in 708-223-8953, we would love to hear from you on this evening. 708-223-8953. Apostle said, tell them something. Tell me something too. You know, talk to us. And I know that you're not going to say that you didn't have anything good to happen to you this year.
Come on now.
You can't. I don't believe that. Do you?
I don't believe that.
I mean, you know what? Hey, you still alive. You watching this broadcast.
Yeah.
So that means you're still here with us.
You have enough money for a data plan to watch this broadcast. Something happened for you.
This co-host of mine, Lord have mercy.
Lord.
But you're telling the truth though.
Hey, you know.
Yes.
Count your blessings.
Yeah. So you want to start us off?
You know what? The beginning of this year started out phenomenally for me. For the first time, I traveled to the continent Africa.
Oh, this was your first time?
That was my first time in Africa. Yes,
Oh,
been to Haiti several times,
gotcha.
but Africa, this was my first time.
Okay.
And when I say it messed me up in a good way.
In a good way.
In a good way. We left on New Year's Eve last year, I think, which was a Sunday. So December 31st last year, we left, and the first 19, 20 days or so of January of this year, I was in Africa, in Nigeria, and we had a wonderful, wonderful time, wonderful ministry experience, and just cultural experience. I learned so much, and just seeing who I was and where I came from. It just put me in a different mindset. I remember coming back feeling like no other time in my life, feeling like a king, feeling kingly,
Wow.
feeling royal, feeling like I came from some really, really heavy stock. You know what I mean? And it just totally blessed my life.
So you came back feeling that way because of all that you experienced and maybe what you learned from
What
over
I
there?
learned, and then so much is projected, and I was there right around the time when our wonderful president was talking about
Obama. No, just kidding.
not receiving immigrants from the S-hole countries.
Oh yes, you did that. That was the time
I was
that you
there
guys
during
went.
that time,
That's
and he
right.
mentioned Haiti, and he mentioned some countries in Africa. He mentioned Africa, and so but I got the awesome thing about it is I got a chance to see, and I remember posting some videos too, the wide spectrum of experience, even within Nigeria. Nigeria is a country in Africa. Africa is a continent, of course, and then Nigeria is a country, and we were in Owerri, which was a state, and so we got a chance to see some impoverished areas, but then we also got a chance to see some areas that look like diplomats and kings and look like homes, look like castles almost. And then we got to see um, like the middle class. We went to the malls and the shopping areas and saw people shopping and doing some of the same things that we do here, right here in America. And so it was just a wonderful experience, and we were in a place where they spoke English. English was the language, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful experience. And it started my year off um, in a wonderful way.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. I do have a desire, and Lord willing, it will be fulfilled to get to Africa.
Mhm.
That is when it's on my bucket list.
Yeah.
So to hear that you had a great experience like that is encouraging.
Everybody needs to go at least once.
Yeah.
At least once. If you're African American, you need to go there at least once. And God willing, next time, I'm definitely going back to Nigeria, but I want to see Kenya. I want to see some other areas too, Ghana. I want to see some area because they're different countries, and so one culture may be a little bit different than another because of their, the differences of their countries.
Right. Okay. So. Well, great. Hey guys, you still have time to call in 708-223-8953. Again, 708-223-8953. Want to hear from you guys on tonight. Thanks for putting that post up, letting everybody know they can call in because we definitely want to hear from you guys. Now, I am trying to find I see a lot of stuff in here for 2018, some from APC 7 News. But I want some good stuff. I see some things in here that are not so pleasant, Let
me see.
What do you have? Let's see here. There is, and I know the last show, I think it was, we talked about some of the new laws for 2019 that were coming up, but I am looking here. Let's see here.
You know what I noticed? There's a lot of things that happen in the area of human rights.
Okay.
Um, and I'll just read a few. This one, this one happened in Saudi Arabia. Women were finally able to drive
Oh, really?
in 2018. Women are finally able to drive in Saudi Arabia.
Wow. Oh, that's deep.
Wow is right.
He's a wise one.
Ireland voted and repealed its abortion ban. Wow. India's Supreme
Wait, who
Court,
did?
Ireland. Ireland.
And they
I didn't even know they had a ban on abortion. They voted to repeal its abortion ban.
I want to say I heard that. I don't remember though.
But get this, India's Supreme Court decriminalized consensual gay sex.
Ooh.
Is no longer a criminal act
Okay.
that is punishable.
That's interesting.
And they had some serious in the Middle East and in those countries.
Right.
They had some serious penalties for things like that.
Wow.
Consensual gay sex. And so moving right along.
Yes, let's move along.
Scotland became the first country to back teaching LGBTI issues.
Wait, what?
They became the first country to back the teaching of LGBTI issues in school.
Where did LGBTI come from?
Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transvestite. I'm not sure what.
What's I? I
is.
thought it was LBGTQ.
I'm not sure what I is. I thought it was Q.
Okay, that's why I got thrown off.
That's the new one to me.
Okay.
It has also been called the Year of the Woman, and that term went global. The Year of the Woman.
It has,
and
especially with that Me Too movement.
Yes,
right?
I believe it was the Year of the Woman in a lot of wonderful ways. I believe that the voice of the woman has been heard like no other time.
Hear me roar.
Yeah, absolutely. Seriously, that is for real. I believe the voice of the woman, the roar of the woman, has been heard like no other time in history. Certain things that we took for granted, certain things that we as men, no matter what the race, as men, certain things that we did not respond to or listen to, you guys made your voice heard in this year. Africa saw a huge and significant decline in female genital mutilation. I couldn't even get it out.
That's sad.
That's sad. But the good thing about it is they saw a huge decline in it. For the first time in Iran, women were allowed to attend men's sporting events.
Good Lord.
Some of the
Year of the Woman.
The Year of the Woman. You know, 100 women were elected to, what was that, Congress this year?
Right.
And
yeah,
so,
no, that was an accomplishment.
Phenomenal.
Great accomplishment.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. Randy says here, I guess it's she said, time to start homeschooling your children.
You know.
I see. Hey, Darcy, thanks for watching. You know, there was I wanted to switch over. There is a list for the dumbest criminals of 2018. Can I read a few of these?
Lord.
I'm still waiting on you guys to call in 708-223-8953. We still want to hear your greatest accomplishments for the year 2018. Now, if you feel that you want to tell us about something that may have been a low point or something, but you know, that you want to recognize, that's fine. You can do it that as well. But let's get into the dumbest criminals of 2018. Okay, first up. A wanted man applied for a job with the police station.
No, he did not. Say it ain't so.
It is so. Oh my goodness. Oh my Lord. Okay. They suspected him. I guess he had stole money. Oh yeah, he stole money from a bank.
And then went and applied for a job.
In early 2018, he applied for a job as a dispatcher for the Cottonwood Police Department, despite the fact that he was still a fugitive, because he moved away after he stole the money. Yeah. They said when he arrived, he scheduled.
So he thought he was no longer.
He was able to schedule an interview. And then when he arrived, they arrested him.
Oh my God. The look on his face.
Oh my gosh. How crazy. Okay. Number 2, it has here a shoplifter used Play-Doh, you know, that Play-Doh stuff, to block a security camera.
Leaving
And they left their fingerprints behind. And they got a picture of the Play-Doh with his fingerprints on it.
Have you watched one episode of Forensic Files?
You don't even, do you really have to watch that to understand that? Maybe he should have, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That was crazy. It said he fled the scene, leaving the Play-Doh behind.
That is hilarious. That is comical. That's comical.
Babies could have told you don't do that.
Lord have mercy.
Oh goodness. Okay, so let's see here. What is this? 3 people stole a shark in a baby stroller. Okay. I'm gonna move past that.
Yeah, that didn't even look.
All right. Let's see. Let me go to some more here. This is quite interesting. Now some criminals, I will say sometimes they can be creative, but these are the dumb ones. All right. This is here. A man gets away with bank fraud. Then he updates everyone via Facebook. Oh, you guys are not very smart. Oh my gosh. They said he was a fugitive hiding out in Mexico, but he was smart enough to commit bank fraud. Yet somehow it slipped his mind to remove a former Justice Department official from his friends list.
Lord.
Oh my goodness. You know, how crazy can you be? How crazy can you be? Now this is crazy. A man gets away with murder, then tattoos the crime scene on his chest. What? I'm telling you, these people they don't have everything up here. I don't understand.
Do you remember that show? There was a show called America's Dumbest Criminals. That was a show. And one of the most hilarious episodes that I saw, this guy was robbing a convenience store.
Right.
And there was a camera, and he had a mask on, but the camera was picking up everything. And right as he was going out of the door, he stopped and turned to the cashier and said, it'll be a cold day in hell before you catch so-and-so, and said his name.
No.
Yes. Said his name on camera.
That was smart.
So when the cops got there, they reviewed the tape, called his name, looked up in the phone book, went to his house and caught him and had the stash and everything.
How smart can he be? Very smart, very smart.
I thought that was hilarious.
Oh my gosh. D'Amica, I see you watching. Thanks for joining us on this evening. We're talking tonight about 2018, the highs and lows. We want to hear from you guys. If you would not mind calling us on tonight, sharing in this conversation, talking about things that you've experienced in 2018, since we're at the end of another year. We're just trying to highlight various things and, give God the glory for what he's done.
Brag on God.
Yes, brag
on your success. Tell us something wonderful.
Yes.
That happened for you in this 2018.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna start calling out some names on here because I see you all popping in on here. My cousin Eric Tababal is he's on all the way from Kentucky. And Brandy's laughing here. She says, did he forget he was a fugitive?
Lord.
He must have. He must have forgotten. Tammy, Michelle, Pastor Cece, D'Amica, you guys that are on here, we want to hear from you guys on tonight. Call in and talk about 2018, what it has meant to you. Maybe, the Lord instructed you to do some things. Maybe it was outside of your comfort zone. I don't know. And, maybe you're still uncomfortable, but you did what he told you to do. We want to hear from you on tonight. So join in, share with us on tonight, because we want to praise the Lord with you. We want to rejoice with you. And if it's something we need to pray about, we want to pray about it with you as well.
Amen. Amen.
All right, all right. Well, let me. I have a few more. Okay, this guy. Okay, it says here a robbery note was written
Oh, Jesus.
on a pay stub.
Lord.
And then I'm gonna
Help
sound
him,
like that
Lord.
guy you were talking about. So it says an Illinois man entered the Fifth Third Bank in December.
Illinois.
Okay. With the goal of earning some unearned cash. He made off with just under 400 before authorities tracked him to his carry home.
Help him, Jesus.
What in the world? Okay, he was held without bond, all right, before being sentenced in order to repay the $397 that was stolen. It's like, oops, okay, this is crazy.
And this is 2018?
Yeah, yeah.
Lord.
Man sells presidential documents on eBay. I don't get that. He was arrested and charged with 3 felonies, 3rd-degree grand larceny, 4th-degree criminal possession of stolen property, and 1st-degree scheme to defraud. I don't get what. Maybe you understand that. I have no clue what that means.
Not sure.
Okay, you're supposed to know this stuff.
I know some things, but I'm not sure where that one's going.
And we have a woman here. A woman uses Craigslist to hire a hitman.
Oh, they still doing that.
You said still. What you know about
Just
that?
the hiring of hitmen. I mean,
but to use Craigslist, you heard that before?
no, I didn't hear that one.
Now I've heard to use Craigslist to buy some stuff, but not to hire a hitman. Okay, you know I don't understand. I don't understand the mentality of people. It's crazy. Like you guys are not really thinking. Okay, let's move to something exciting. How about we look at songs, music of 2018? You know of any good music that came out in 2018?
I'm the wrong person to ask.
Apostle.
I'm serious.
Really?
I'm usually, when it comes to music, I'm catching up. I'm like, it's sad to say. I know it's sad.
Lord have
but
mercy.
when I find a good song, it's like I usually get that look like, okay, you finally caught up. Like that song been out for years. You finally just caught up to that?
Okay, we're gonna pray for you. Okay, let's see here. You know what I think I'll do?
What's that?
I think I want to have some new music play right now.
Okay.
From 2018.
Let's do that.
How about we do a quick break and play the new music that we want to feature on tonight? Kendrick D. Harris has new music out, and we want to play that on tonight. I believe it's called In This Place. The name of it. Take a listen. We'll be right back.
Majesty, we adore thee, O Most High and Lord of all, and our lips shall praise thee. Thus will we bless thee. And God, you're welcome in this place. God, you're welcome in this place. Majesty, we adore thee. O Most High and Lord of all, and I shall praise thee. Thus will we bless thee, and God will come in this place. God will come in this place. Lord, we love of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Say we exalt you, Lord. Say so. So you glory in this place. Say hallelujah. For the name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run therein, and we are saved. To whom shall we liken unto our God? For he's strong and mighty, and he's mighty and mighty. And we worship the King of glory. For there's none beside our God. He is Alpha and Omega. God, you're welcome in this place. God, you're welcome in this place. God, you're welcome in this place.
That was wonderful.
You like that?
Yeah, that was real nice. I really like worship songs that, first of all, worship is something where words, finding the right words are important sometimes. And when you find an artist that can find the words that you're searching for, that's a good song. And for them to be able to do that, and it's not too wordy and too, words on top of words on top of, just a simple worship. That's beautiful.
Yes,
Beautiful.
I would totally agree. Kendrick, you did it. You did it with the help of the Lord. I love that. In this place. And that was the wonderful new artist, Kendrick D. Harris. So, Kendrick, if you're still
Bravo,
watching, we enjoyed that. Why don't you place in the comment section where everybody can get your music? And thank you for sending it to me so that we can play it. And we'll make sure to put it in our rotation.
Yes.
I like that.
Absolutely.
I love praise and worship. I just absolutely adore it.
Yes.
I can listen to.
It's got to take me somewhere.
Yes.
If it doesn't take me anywhere, then, and I'm not saying that, if it doesn't take me anywhere, then it wasn't worship, because it's different for other people.
True.
And so it has to speak to where I'm at and where I'm trying to go.
Okay.
And if it does that for me, then, hey, you in there.
I like that. I like that. Did you guys hear that song? Did you enjoy it? I hope you did. Can you give your comments if you did? Quinetta, I see you on. Thanks for watching.
Q.
On tonight. What was that, Apostle? You okay?
Her name is Q. I call her Q.
Oh, you do? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we were talking about songs for 2018. So I pulled gospel songs, and then I did pull secular.
Okay.
So some of the.
Okay.
Are you gonna know these songs?
I'm with you. I know. I got kids.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see if you're gonna know these. Okay. He said I have kids. Zacardi Cortez. I like that artist.
Yeah,
he's a nice artist. I love his voice. His song, "Oh How I Love You." Now, I'm not necessarily familiar with that one. I'm familiar with other ones that he did. You know about that one?
I can hear it. Don't ask me the words or the title.
Anybody know that song? Okay.
But he's good. Zacardi Cortez is good.
He is. I'm trying to think of what song he did with. It might have been with Murphy, maybe William Murphy. Somebody help me out. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He did a song with him, and maybe I don't know if it's in here or not. Let's see. Kalante Gavin, No Ordinary Worship. And I'm not sure if that's a female or male. Then we also have Mercy Chinwo. And please forgive me if I'm butchering these names. Excess Love. Then you have Corey Asbury with Reckless Love. All is love. Oh, this is my song here. Jonathan McReynolds.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even know what song I'm going to say.
No, I don't
You
know,
know
song,
him,
but
though.
I know him. Yeah.
I'm not lucky, I'm loved.
Okay.
You heard that one?
Uh-uh.
Oh my goodness.
See, I
Pastor
told you.
Cece, are you still on here? Somebody help him. Please help him. But I love that song. It has a nice catchy tune to it, and the words are great. Let's see. We also have Israel Halton, Promise Keeper. Then Joshua Rogers, Pour Your Oil. Ricky Dillard, I Survived It. I can tell from the no comment that you don't know any of these songs. Darlene McCoy, Even Me.
For some reason, that sounds familiar.
Anything so Even Me is going to sound familiar. Of course it is.
You're just gonna bust me out like that.
I have to, because you've told me that you don't really follow them, so I'm just all over it, right now. Okay, Todd Delaney, Your Great Name.
You know what? I'm when I find a good worship song, I wear it out.
Do you?
I wear it out, and
nobody else gets time to come in.
Well, I don't
there?
realize, because I'm so engrossed into that one, that other stuff is yet coming out. You know what I mean? And so, like, William McDowell and all of them, I'm,
you get stuck.
I'm stuck.
I can do that to a degree.
Yeah.
But now I'm not going to even say that a lot of these songs that I'm listening off that I've heard myself, but I think I'm a little bit better than you.
Yeah, you are. But when people do expose new music to me, I mean, I find it pleasurable. I like it, but it's just like, okay, right. I didn't know.
You just didn't have time.
I didn't know.
Okay. Toby Mac, I Just Need You.
Toby Mac is cool.
Toby Mac is cool. Okay. Israel Halton, Reckless Love. Did I say that already? That's another Reckless Love. Oh, Corey Asbury and Israel had Reckless Love. Okay. Tori Kelly, Help Us to Love.
She's good.
A lot of love songs. Now, I have not heard that one. Another one from Mercy is called Eze. So I don't know if it's pronounced easy or what.
I only know one Eazy-E. And that ain't gospel.
I'm not gonna touch that.
And that ain't gospel.
Yeah, we're still in the gospel songs here. Okay, let's see. Hillsong Worship. So Will I. I love Hillsong. Frank Edward. You don't know nothing about Hillsong.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Brandy, do something. Frank Edwards, Sweet Spirit of God. You heard that? No? It's okay, Apostle. We're gonna help you, Apostle.
Travis Green.
What about him? You know him?
I know.
You know some of name some of his music.
You Waited for Me.
Okay. I don't know if that's 2018, but
it's not. Is it?
I don't know.
I think it's 2018.
Okay.
I think
You Waited for Me. Is that what
you waited for me? Okay.
I think I know what song you're talking about. Okay. All right. Let's see here. I think that we have. Oh. Let me see if I can pull up the top 40 songs. It's not doing it for me. I was going to do the secular. Okay. I think I have some here. We're still waiting on you guys to call in. 708-223-8953. Again, 708-223-8953. Want to hear your experiences of 2018. So this actual report was in November, I believe. It says November 27th, the official top 40 biggest songs of 2018 so far. Now this is secular. Okay. So don't get out of sorts here. Let me know if there's any comments on Facebook Live as I'm reading this. Drake, God's Plan. Really? You heard that song?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I haven't. If any guys of you heard these songs, chime in. Calvin Harris and DUALIPA. I don't know. The name of that song is One Kiss.
Clueless.
George Ezra, Shotgun. Rudimento, Glenn, and Macklemore, These Days. And I hope you guys are not laughing at me, because a lot of secular songs I really don't know. So I don't know if I'm pronouncing them right or not. And you're probably saying this church girl is just
hearts.
try to pronounce. Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, somebody know what you're talking about.
Okay. Then you also have Settle, Greatest Showman, ENS, This Is Me. Ed Sheeran, Perfect.
Hey, Sharon.
Sharon.
I don't know what song, but I do know how to say his name.
I think he's trying to throw me there, y'all. I feel a little push. No. Okay. Drake, Nice for What? You heard that one?
Nope.
George Ezra, Paradise.
Mm.
Portugal, The Man, Feel It Still. I have no idea who this Dua Lipa is. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. And it says the title of that song was IDGAF. And I hope I'm not saying anything that's like, acronym for a curse word or something.
I think you are.
Really? Okay.
Let's stay away from that one. Lord have mercy.
So then I would just read out the letters instead of pronouncing them.
Yeah,
Okay?
thank God for the acronym.
Hallelujah. Okay. Ariana Grande, No Tears Left to Cry. Anne Marie, 2002. Marshmello and Anne Marie, Friends.
Misha, hold up. Misha said that definitely is. Pastor Cece said, yep. I don't know much. I don't know the new song. I don't know the new songs, but I knew that much. I knew that was like something.
Well, at least I just spelled out the name, the acronym. Oh
Lord
my God, I have
mercy.
tears in my eyes right now. Okay. Let's see. Lil Dicky featuring Chris Brown, Freaky Friday. Here's another one from Drake, In My Feelings.
Oh my God.
Okay. Camila Cabello featuring Young Thug, Havana. Clean Bandit featuring Demi Lovato, Solo.
You said Demi Lovato?
Uh-huh.
I know that she used to be a Mickey Mouse kid. That's all I know.
That's all you know. Demi's got a lot of problems. Pray for Demi.
Oh, okay.
She needs help. Okay. Post Malone featuring Dollar Sign? Is that right?
Lord.
Psycho is the name of that one.
If there are any young people or millennials watching us right now, we are being crucified.
They're probably telling me to go back to the gospel song.
You don't know what you're saying, and I ain't heard jack. I haven't heard none of these songs.
Well, I'm just trying to highlight songs of 2018. Okay, it had the top 40. Maybe I shouldn't go through all of them. I don't know. Post Malone, Better Now. Cardi B, Bad Bunny, and J Balvin for I Like It. Oh, I skipped over Eminem featuring Ed
Sheeran.
And that one's called River. Okay, actually, I skipped a lot of them, but that's probably good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. 5 Seconds of Summer, Youngblood, Ed Sheeran, Shape of You. Benny Blanco, Halsey, and Khalid. Did I pronounce that right? Eastside. You don't know. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here because I don't know how to pronounce all these names. There are a few more, but
I feel like I'm talking you off a ledge right now. Step off the ledge, 1 foot at a time. Come down from the ledge.
Hey, wait, there's another one. Kendrick Lamar, All the Stars. I don't know too much about. I've heard of Kendrick Lamar's name, but I don't know his music. So I know you guys like laughing. Let me look on Facebook Live and see what you guys are talking about over here, if I can see it.
Lord.
You know what? We just want to highlight. So let's see. Praise the Lord, Apostle Lanier. Thanks for joining us tonight. Hillsong and Travis Green. Yeah. Okay, last three are your fave. Probably talking about the gospel. Travis Green, Fell in Love. Pastor CC said that.
Yeah, he's got a good album. The whole album is pretty nice.
I like him. I also like who's the guy with the acoustic? not Israel. Um, it's not Travis Green, is it? No, it's Falling in Love with Jesus. Jonathan? No. Yeah. Is it another Jonathan?
Jonathan Reynolds?
No, not McReynolds.
McReynolds? Falling in Love with Jesus.
Somebody help me. Falling in Love with Jesus. We sing that song all the time. I love that one. And I cannot think of his, I believe it's Jonathan.
Jonathan Butler.
Thank you.
Yeah. He did that some years ago.
Yeah, I love that one.
He did a beautiful version of
it. Right. Definitely. So, okay, I'm sitting up here moving around trying to get the song. You guys, what has happened for you in 2018? I'm going to continue to ask this, but I think Apostle had a question he wanted to ask you all too.
Yes. What did you learn? Is there any life lesson that you learned in 2018? Life lessons are something because they're not always warm and fuzzy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes it's you may fall and skin your knee, or touch a hot stove. That's a life lesson. You know not to touch it again.
Get away from that.
And it may have been some pain involved, but that experience made you better, made you stronger, made you wiser. It gave you more footing as it related to your future. That's how I want to say it. Okay. And so what kind of life lesson did you learn in 2018? One of the things that I learned, and it's crazy because I preached it, I've been taught it, I heard it down through the years, but this year I learned without a doubt the difference between someone who is a part of your purpose versus someone who is a part of your destiny.
Really?
And it's something that I've learned and seen, but for this year, for some reason, it really stuck, and it was really like an aha moment. That there's a vast difference between someone who is a part of your purpose and someone who is a part of your destiny. Your purpose is why you're here. Your purpose is there's certain things that are purposed to happen in your life that add to your calling, to your life's assignment, to all that you're supposed to accomplish in your journey throughout life. Your destiny, though, is your destination. It's where you're going to end up. And so there are so many things that are purposed, and so many people that are purposed, that you encounter in your life that are purposed. And you learn and you glean and you benefit from so many people in certain stages of your life. But there comes a time where certain people's purpose in your life comes to an end. And it doesn't have to mean anything bad. It doesn't have to be anything tragic. It doesn't have to be anything bad on both parts. It's just that person or these people, or it could be you in their life, that your purpose in their life has come to an end or has been fulfilled. Let me just say it that way. And so they were a part of your purpose, or you were a part of their purpose, but you're not supposed to be with them at their destination.
There we go.
And so purpose and destiny, I think sometimes we lump them together.
We do.
And because we don't understand the vast difference, when certain things are fulfilled, when certain purposes are fulfilled, we experience heartbreak. We experience separation anxiety. We experience all these feelings that we don't understand because we never could envision ourselves at our destination without certain things and without certain people. But they were a part of your purpose, but not necessarily your destination. And that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just a difference.
I think when you break it down like you just did in giving the understanding or the definition, if you will, of both of them, then we can understand that, okay, they weren't supposed to be with me at my destination. They were just supposed to fulfill this part to help me get to my destination.
To help me get to
and
it.
then and vice versa, like you said, in you and other people's lives as well. So again, once we understand, the definition of both of them, I think the better off we'll be. And it's something you say you were able to understand that this year, or come basically come to the
and
understanding.
when I came to that understanding, I remember when I was on your show, on the Annette show. Wonderful show.
Oh, how nice.
And we were talking about rejection.
Okay. Oh.
And it's when God was dealing with me about rejection that first started coming alive to me this year. That sometimes you may feel like you're being rejected, or someone may feel like they're being rejected by you, when really all it is that the purpose has been fulfilled. And because purpose has been fulfilled, now it's all this idleness, and you're conflicting in mentalities, because really what you were to them and what they were to you has been fulfilled, and there's nothing else after that. And it's okay that the separation happens now. And so God really started dealing with me about, okay, they were purposed and you were purposed. And then I began to look down through my life and see how certain people were purposed to come into my life. And but even though they were purposed to come into my life, I know that they're not going to be at my destination. And so because I learned from them, I learned from experiences with them, good and bad. Some added to my life, some took away, but I learned from it, like I said. And because of it, I got certain wisdom out of that experience that I would not have had if I didn't have that experience. And so, the difference between purpose and destiny is huge. It's huge. And that small thing will help you have the right perspective concerning who is supposed to be in your life and who it is okay that they're no longer in your life.
That's deep. You said a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
That's very deep.
I learned that this year.
Okay.
I learned it. Taught it for many years.
Right.
But it's stuck this year.
It's interesting. You know how we always say, and you're apostle, you get up before the people, whatever. They always say the message should come to you first.
Mm-hmm.
And because the Lord, he gives it to you.
Mm-hmm.
He gives it to you first, and then you deliver it to other people. So it's great that you were able to take that in and learn from it yourself. Now, I think when you talk about it again, your delivery method may be a little bit different now.
Mm-hmm.
You've experienced it now. You understand a little bit better yourself now.
And I got these lines in my face. I done earned them. You know what I mean?
I see no lines. I don't know what
these
he's talking about.
These gray hairs that I keep hiding and plucking out.
Right.
I earned every gray hair, every line, every bag under my eye. But you know what? I would not trade any experience that I've ever had because I can see what God was doing in it.
Right.
And so, I did a lot of growing up, if I can say anything, in 2018. Not that I was immature, but I feel like I grew several inches in the realm of the spirit, and just maturity wise in 2018.
And we could probably attribute that to a lot of our family and friends.
Absolutely.
You would definitely the things you go through, it's like sometimes things just hit you upside your head, and then reality just hits and sets in, and then you're like, okay, all right, yeah, So I mean, and it'll be like the difference between whether I'm gonna make it through this. I'm not gonna let this take me under, because some things, it seems like it could kind of knock the wind out of you or what have you.
If you don't have the right mindset, if you don't have the right, perspective.
Right.
And you know what? Even with shows like this, and we're talking about, your 2018, I think a lot of times what we do when we gauge our success over a span of time, a lot of times subconsciously, we look at we want to look at tangible things. You know what I
Right.
mean? We want to look at what we added to our natural resume, so to speak. We want to look at what we've acquired naturally, how many more zeros we, added to our bank account, or how many people
That's
were
nice.
added to our lives, and we brag. I saw Sister D'Amica put something up. She posted something up, and oh my God, it was so on point.
Was it?
And she said something to the effect that going into 2019, we need to pray that we are wise in making friends, so that at the end of 2019, you don't have to brag about how many people you
have to
off.
cut off. Oh yeah, I saw that.
You
I
know what
did
I
see
mean?
that post. Yes.
And but we see all that stuff, and it's the whole adding and subtracting, and that's how we gauge our success. But what God showed me this year, because I went into 2018 with some goals that were tangible, but what God had to show me this year, he flipped it. He said, no, I'm going to add to you in the realm of the intangible. There's certain things you're going to learn this year. There's certain things that you're going to get. There's certain areas in the realm of the spirit that you're going to grow. And you can't do that without certain experiences. And so I had several experiences this year that I know for a fact that I grew from.
Wow.
And so
that's good stuff.
That's where I'm gauging my success, in the area of maturity, in the area of spirituality, and just knowing how to handle life from a different perspective. This has been a wonderful year for me.
Sounds like it's been a big learning year for you.
Yes.
That's great.
That's why I say that it was a success.
And you know what? If I can just say this, thank you for being transparent, because a lot of times individuals in your position, as an apostle, you're over a church, you have followers and everything. Sometimes people don't really understand. I mean, that you really are human.
Man.
That you're human. So
Yeah.
and you go through things, you deal with stuff. It's not, everything is just not peachy keen all the time, or even keel, whatever, or nothing bothers you. You go through too.
Absolutely. And you know what, we don't preach, and there's certain people that minister the word that are watching that can testify to this. We don't preach, we learn scripturally and academically through the scriptures. We study to show ourselves approved. But the anointing to deliver a message only comes through experience. The anointing to really, the power of persuasion only comes. So I can read it, and I can hear your testimony. That's only a layer of my understanding. It doesn't stick unless I have an experience that goes along with what I read or what I studied.
Wow.
And so I got a whole gambit of just experiences this year that I'm able to connect and attach to things that God revealed to me scripturally and through the word. And it's just given me a whole new understanding, not only of who he is, but who I am.
Okay.
I have not peaked early. I'm still growing.
Right.
I'm still growing.
And we all are.
Yeah.
We all are, if we would be honest with ourselves. And then that's good to even say that, because of course there's room for growth. There's room for improvement. Like you said, you haven't peaked. We haven't arrived. I'm still here in the flesh. I haven't ascended. So
it's funny you say that, because some people feel like they have arrived.
As long as I have breath in my body, I'm still here on this earth. No, I have not arrived. There's always that room. And I always tell people, I said the quickest way to get help is to admit you need it.
Lord have mercy.
That's the quickest way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say for myself in 2018, it has been more of a recognition and understanding that about family. I have, in a sense, I probably, become more close with my family and really understanding and appreciating them, um, appreciating their role in my life and my role in their life. And, if that makes any sense or whatever, but it's like, so I mean, we have these, my family, we have these, texting threads or whatever, and I'm always sending out, encouragement to them and different things, or just, and we've been transparent with each other, we've been real with each other, probably more so, this year, and I'm not, I'm not, prophetess or anything. I'm not saying, there's a certain reason why, but I don't know. I'm just grateful to God for blessing us to do that. Like, I still have two siblings. Many of you know my brother passed years ago. But one thing that I appreciate is, how my mother raised us and how she taught us to stick with one another and be there for each other. And for some reason this year, it seems like we're doing more of that. We're doing more of that. My older sister lives in a different state. I really wish she was still here in Illinois, but that's another story. her and her husband and family, they moved there probably maybe like over a little bit over 10 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm still trying to get over that. No. No, but seriously, we still have that bond. We still have that bond that I appreciate. And this year it seems like it has increased. We each have gone through things, my sisters and I, ourselves this year, but we've been right there for each other, and I guess that has really been very important to me this year. So that's what I appreciate, the closeness and becoming more, close with one another and just appreciating one another.
Yeah, that comes with maturity too.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Absolutely.
And I think also, many of you know, I turned 50 last year.
No, you did.
I did. So I'm 51 now.
No, you're not.
I am.
Accent and all.
Right. And I think the older I get, the older I have to stop. The older I appreciate things more, the older I get, the more I appreciate things is what I'm trying to say. And then, I place things into a different perspective now. I don't, with me being the youngest, I used to always like fret about stuff or be concerned about things or whatever. And, the Lord is allowing me to, place everything in his hands and just leave it to him, pray more, been praying more and just wanting to, my relationship with Christ, to develop all the more. Again, I haven't arrived, well, I haven't, peaked as you say it. But there's always room for that, to grow and develop in Christ, and for that I appreciate. I really do. Yeah.
You know what else I also learned?
What you learned?
That my own personal ambition. There are certain things that I wanted to do this year that I wanted to do for God.
Right.
And sometimes we want to make things the will of God just because we want it so bad.
Okay.
And one thing that God told me in prayer, something happened or something didn't happen that I was wanting to happen real bad. And he asked me a question. He said, did you think it was my will just because you wanted it to happen so badly? And that little question right there put it in perspective for me, that just because I wanted it that bad or so badly, it didn't make it his will.
Right. Oh my goodness.
And as wonderful as that would have been, he was just taking me in another direction. And so, like I said, this year, I learned so much just in my relationship with God. And that's why I say it was so successful for me. I'm not counting the tangible things. It's the stuff that I learned.
Right.
That's just really just blowing my mind. And this year, it was 12 months, but it was really like 36 months for me.
Wow.
It was like 3 years worth of, and
that's deep.
Really, I feel like I'm telling you, I got more gray hair this year. Look at some of the pictures
Right.
from the beginning of this year.
Until
The reason why I'm
now.
not wearing a beard, you want to know why I'm not wearing a beard?
Why?
Because it's gray.
It is gray. You guys see the gray.
It's gray. And so I'm wrestling with Father Time now. But you know what? I know this, that I earned every gray hair.
Okay.
I earned it. And
I
don't
like
necessarily
that.
regret it. I don't regret my gray hair, but I just know I learned so much, and this year has been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
I have no idea what you guys are waiting on. I told you guys we wanted to hear from you on tonight. Are you shy? Do I need to call out names?
Shy.
D'Amica, call in. Misha, call in. Brandy, call in. Brandy's probably going to say I call in all the time.
Misha need to call in.
Misha, you need to call in. Apostle said it.
Misha has grown. That young lady has grown so much. It's crazy. She's grown so much in the last.
Okay, well, don't tell her testimony. Let her call in.
Okay,
right?
call in.
What you think about that?
Call
Kendrick,
in.
I see you on. We just played your song. You need to call in. Who else do I have on here? Michelle Thomas needs to call in.
D'Amica needs to call in.
She sure does.
Yeah.
She sure does. We would love to hear from you guys again. And do not do it at 6:55 because my producer will be scooting me out the door at that point. Okay. So 708-223-8953. Again, 708-223-8953. What I'm going to do right here is take a quick break. Going to play a little bit of music. We're going to come back. Maybe you can kind of get the jitters out, and you can pick up the phone and call in. At least just to say hi, or maybe to say Happy New Year or something. This is the last.
What's up?
Yeah, I don't think we asked for too much tonight. Yeah. We love you guys. Take a listen. We'll be back for more Mind, Body, and Soul and A&D Conversation.
We won't move until you meet us. We will wait. Fill us again. Fill us again. We won't move until you meet us. We will wait. Fill us again, fill us again. We need you like never before. We want you more and more, more and more. We need you like never before. We want you more and more, more and more. You're who we're waiting for. We won't move. Till you meet us, we will wait. Feel us again, feel us again. Say we won't.
All right, welcome back. Welcome. Mind, Body, and Soul and A&D Conversation. We're back from our break. And we're still waiting for you to call in.
But check us out.
That?
Check us out, though. Check us out.
Check us out.
We got some gifts.
Yeah. We took a break because somebody loves us.
Check the vibrato.
Look. Oh, no. Don't check the vibrato. Okay, so we wanted to, they told us that they wanted us to open up our gifts. In their presence. Now, they're still here in the room, and I have no clue why they won't come on the air or show you who they are. Okay, let's see what this says here. And somebody's calling. Let's see. Okay, what's this say? Oh, my beautiful sis, Annette. Well, that would be me.
You know what?
Oh, my goodness.
You know what?
Oh, my gosh. Oh.
Wow. And you know what? Check that out.
This is so on point.
That is not a sticker. It's not a sticker
It's
that's going to
not.
peel off.
Oh my goodness. The bag is pretty too. The bag is pretty. But let me put this in here because I want y'all to see.
And guess what she did?
What she do? She did it on purpose.
She
she do
you
it on
got the
purpose?
red one. I got the black one.
That's right.
You know.
This is perfect. This is perfect.
Yes, it is.
And she wasn't even in on our conversation.
You don't even know. This is so on point.
This is so we were just discussing some things that we wanted to do, and this is definitely
so on point.
A part of it. Oh my God, perfect. Now everybody's on live, like, who are you guys talking to? We're actually talking to my very good friend, my little sister, Michelle Thomas. And she has come to the studio tonight to give us our Christmas, I guess it's a Christmas gift.
This is
really a Christmas gift or just a congratulations gift? Did you make these? She had them made. These are made. And this is some sturdy stuff too. Are you serious? Okay, is it at the bottom? I need my glasses.
Oh.
Spiritually, is that what that says?
Spiritually gifted by Cece.
Via Facebook. LaClea Perry. Oh, thank you so much, LaClea. I love these.
Somebody told you I was a coffee drinker. And so this is my new favorite mug.
Well, this is going to replace this. You see my water in here.
What I actually heard was whenever we were doing the gifts, like the gifts on the $10.
Come over here. Okay, good. Okay.
And you said, well, I like tumblers.
Oh.
See?
Wow. See? Very attentive.
See?
She's being very attentive. Okay. Did you?
What?
Oh, no, that was perfect. See, this is, I love this.
Perfect.
Oh my God, this is so great. Oh my Lord.
Perfect.
I am so excited. And yes, we love them. She wanted us to open it, and it has Intellectual Radio on here. It has Mind, Body, and Soul and A&D Conversation. That's what it says on here. And IntellectualRadio.com. And this is like our banner over there. This is so, I am like really frantic right now. I'm trying to contain myself. Did you guys see it?
I want to use this like right away.
I know, I do too. Okay, we're gonna wash it first.
Okay,
we're gonna
wait till I get home.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. We do have a call on the line. This is A&D Conversation.
You on there?
Hello.
Are you still there?
Hello.
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
This is Prophet Hunter.
Prophet Hunter.
How are you?
Yes, just to encourage you. I'm so excited about what I'm seeing with Apostle Dion, because I used to call him and I envisioned us where we would have a show where I would be sitting by the fireplace with him and other generals. So thank you, woman of God. This is very powerful just to see this. And I pray that you guys go from faith to faith and glory to glory.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that. Thanks for calling in on this evening.
Thank you so much.
It's very professional. I'm excited about it. And I just pray that you guys will be able to have dominion in the mountains. His wife and I, Pastor Cece, I love her. She's my prayer partner. We pray every morning on so-called Global Nation. And one of the things that we do pray about is having dominion in the mountains. And God has given me the heart for the entertainment community as well as the political mountains and other mountains. And I feel that what they're doing, we should be doing it 1,000 times more fierce. I just pray that your voice will be heard and that you'll have that dominion that you need, especially in that particular realm.
Okay.
We appreciate you calling in, Prophet Hunter. Keep us in your prayers, all right?
Oh, you're always in my prayers. You know you are.
Thank you so much.
Thanks again. Take care. All right, great. Thank you so much. So
wonderful.
Thanks for the call. And thank you guys that are getting ready to call in. 708-223-8953. Again, 708-223-8953. We want to talk about 2018.
2018.
What has
happened?
What
had happened?
He said, what?
Talk about what had happened.
What had happened? What had happened? What had happened was no. But yeah,
Right.
we want to hear your experiences. We've talked about ours a little bit here on tonight. You know, we're just wrapping up the end of the year, our last show before the year ends, because next week, and I'm like, oh my gosh, things are just happening so fast. Next week is the beginning of a new year, 2019.
Yes.
2019 is here. And you know what? 2019 always seems like it was so far away. I don't know about you, Apostle, but it seemed like it was so far away for me. But it's here. It's basically here, just a few days. We have another call, A&D Conversation. Hello.
Hi, this is Misha.
She was obedient.
Mrs. Norman.
How are you?
Tell us what happened for you this year.
I've learned how to get of myself, meaning I've learned to let God take complete control of me.
Yes.
Because if He wants you to grow, He makes you uncomfortable. So I'm learning how to lean on Him in that aspect.
And I watched it. I witnessed it when she said this. She said, "I learned how to get over myself."
Ooh, that's deep.
That is huge. That's huge when you understand that what you may be going through in the present moment is not entirely about you, but what you learn from it is for who comes after you. Yeah. And it really, I watched her come to that conclusion on her own. And just, she's a phenomenal praise and worship leader.
Oh, indeed she is.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, did I yell that out loud? But I enjoy her.
Thank you so much, Misha. Mrs. Norman.
You're welcome.
Thanks for calling in. We appreciate you. Keep singing. Yes. Hallelujah. Should make her sing on the air. Okay, Pastor Rick, I see you on. Thanks for watching. Rolanda is on. Thanks for watching. There may be some other names on here. Tanya Brooks. I don't know if I called your name or not. But thank you so much.
That's Mrs. Norman's mother.
Is that right?
Now, here's what you don't
tell me something.
Mrs. Norman is my cousin.
Say what?
She's my baby cousin.
Okay.
Whom she lived with me for a period of time.
You telling all your business, Misha.
Yeah. You know what? She's like my unofficial daughter.
Oh.
All we missing is the blood test.
Oh.
But I love her like a daughter. And she loves me like a father. We're about 10 years difference.
Okay.
And but Tanya is her mother.
Okay.
Who's one of my favorite aunts.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Now don't y'all get jealous of what he just said. Now
you heard me say one of my favorite aunts.
One of them. He said it right.
Yeah.
All right, you guys are calling in. I have another call on the line. A&D Conversation. You're on the air.
Hello, Andy.
Hey, how are you?
I'm wonderful. This is Brandy McCord.
It's something she said, hey, Andy. That's what it sounds like. What's going on there, Brand?
I just want to call about something that it's so important to me, but it really doesn't sound important. It doesn't sound deep at all, but it's so important. I've learned control, and I've learned that I learned that I'm a lot stronger in the realm of control than I thought. I've always thought that, I've always been an emotional eater, everything that I did was according to emotions, even work-wise. If I'm upset, I can't work. If I'm, irritated, I can't work. And I have to eat. And I have to eat not just anything. It has to be the greasiest, nastiest, heaviest, oiliest thing. And that's what's going to make me feel good. I have learned this year control. And it's just learning to control the food that I eat and getting that confidence. Okay, if you can control this, and this was almost one of the biggest issues that I've had in my life. Okay, if I can control this, what else? And it's been carrying over into other areas of my life to the point where I've written down. Literally sat down and have written. Apostle has been preaching real heavy on controlling on taking back your time. That's not the term that he uses, but controlling your day, numbering your hours. And so I literally sat down and said, well, how much can I control myself? And I sat down and wrote down what I am going to do for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to do this. By 8 o'clock, I'm going to have this done. By 9 o'clock, I'm going to have this done. Everything from prayer to drinking water to checking my email to work to ministry work, things like that. It's a ridiculous list. If you look at it, it's so robotic. And I'm like, I know I'm going to fail at this, but I'm going to try too. I'm going to try anyway. But I wasn't successful in doing all of that because it was unrealistic. But I was 70% successful. Which,
wow.
To me, that's good. It's been so incredible. Just controlling my own time and not being reactive to everything. It's helped me with my stamina, with my energy, changing my eating habits. The stuff that Evangelist Hill, I never, ever in a million years thought that I could, because listening to her would always make me angry, because I knew I could never have that kind of control as far as eating. That just was not happening. Mom, I need you to do something more realistic. Give me a more realistic plan. But with that control, I am eating like she tells us to eat.
Wow, it's doable.
And that's saying something for real, because she's not forgiving at all. Her plans are not forgiving at all. So for me and my husband to be eating the way that she says, of course we don't do that 100% of the time, but just I'd say about 60% that we are doing has changed our lives. It's changing us on the inside. I'm ready in 2019 for you all to start seeing the outside changes, because inside is good, but I'm ready to clown this summer. So I'm really thankful. I'm thankful that we started while it's cold. I'm just thankful God is showing me you are not weak. You are strong.
Wow.
There's nothing you cannot do. There's nothing you cannot do. I created you. You mean to tell me you can't stop eating burgers, 3 burgers a day? No, not so. And so that's my thing. Just learning control and handing things over to him. And I'm done. I am done. But every other time the change, because I try to change every year. I try to eat healthy every year. What broke it this year was when I was studying, and the Lord said to me, seriously, your body is my temple.
Yeah.
That's not your body. I gave that to you, and look what you're doing to it. Not only that, but I gave it to you to be able to carry out all these tasks to do, because you have no stamina and you have no energy. That's your fault. Don't pray to me to make you feel better. Don't pray to me, stop to me to give you energy. I am not going to give you energy. I gave you energy, you keep throwing it away. So that was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. And now I think about that every time I do something, get ready to eat something or ingest something or not work out or not exercise. That comes to mind. And that's been really, really transformational for me this year. So anyway, I didn't mean to say all this, but that was my year in a nutshell. And 2019 is going to be 10 times better. So
wonderful.
Love it. Love it. And if anybody will be able to do that and stick to that list, I think Brandy can.
Yeah.
I have that confidence in you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sweetie.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Something as simple as self-control and discipline is huge.
Well, that was self-control for her to write down a list.
Yeah. And some of us are learning it at a late age in life, but we're yet learning it. And it's better late than never.
Better late than never. Yeah. And I was thinking, as she was mentioning about her writing down, a list of what she wants to do. And she said it may seem robotic, but once you get into the habit of it,
you're being deliberate about what you want to.
There you go. We have a call on A&D Conversation. You're on the air.
God bless you. It's Pastor CC.
Hey, Pastor CC. How are you?
Hey, good. How are you all?
Doing wonderful.
Good. Enjoying the show. I just called in to say hey, and then to answer one of the questions that was posed concerning 2018 and one of the things that we've learned. And I'll be quick about it because I know you guys are about to come to a close. But one of my really big take-home messages for 2018 personally has been that there's no experience that's wasted. And there are times when we look at what we think the year is going to be like 2019, and we set goals. And there are times when things happen that are completely and totally out of our control, but yet we have to deal with them, yet we have to get through them, and we have to navigate life. Mm-hmm. And one thing that was comforting for me was God was like, I already knew this was going to happen before you even learned how to talk and walk.
Wow.
So you didn't see this coming, but I already knew it was going to come, and I've already planned for it. And as you go through this, I'm forging something in you that's going to help you in your future. So, relax, breathe in, breathe out, deal
Absolutely.
with it. But, don't act like the world is coming to an end. It's just a part of life. And I'm going to work this together for your good.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
My takeaway from you calling in tonight is no experience wasted. I had to write that down.
And you know what? She said something that I said earlier in the beginning before she even got on. So I don't think she heard me say it.
Y'all won.
Hey, she said, yeah, what am I going to say? But she said that, now I forgot what she said. She's messing with me.
Well, something you said, he said earlier today.
No, she said that before it even happened, God already knew.
Right.
And what I said earlier was there is nothing that's happened this year that God didn't already know was going to happen.
That's true. Yeah, you sure did say that.
And so when you put it in that context, from then on, it becomes a learning experience. What do I learn from it? So now it's not it can't be wasted if I learn from it.
Right.
There are no wasted experiences.
I like that. Maybe I should put that as my status.
Hey, and you know what? That simple mindset will keep you constantly growing.
It will.
Constantly growing.
It will. Put things into perspective. Thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate you.
God bless you. Love you.
God bless you. Love you too. All right, Nia, I see you on Facebook Live. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of you guys are chiming in on the live feed now, and you're doing what I didn't want you to do was call in at the end of the show. But I'm glad you're calling in. I really am. The end of 2018. I am looking forward to as they say, seeing out the old year and bringing in the new. We will be so Monday's the 31st, right? Is that help me? Monday's the 31st. Okay, that's New Year's Eve, right?
Monday, yes.
Help, Apostle.
Yes.
In Jesus' name. Help him. Okay, so how are you spending New Year's Eve?
I'm gonna be having some church.
You
what?
I'm just laughing the way you said it.
What else would I be doing?
Right.
Going to the club.
Well, you know what? Some people who are. I put it this way. I know some people who have grown up in church or whatever, and they've gone to New Year's Eve service just about all their lives. Sometimes they get to a point where they're tired, they don't want to go or whatever. Or some churches don't have, service that evening. But I'm going to be in church.
I'm going to be in church.
New Year's Eve, I will be in church.
I'm going to be in church because that's where I want to
That's where I want to be. I like that.
That's where I want to be.
That's true. That's where I want to be.
I want to bring the new
So
year.
we'll be there. I believe our service starts at 9:00 that evening. I'm not sure what time you'll start. And then
9:30.
9:30. Okay. All right.
9:30.
Okay.
We're going to have the Honorable Dr. Lord Michael Hunt.
Oh, my. Okay. I can't slide over there that night. My goodness.
And you know what he's dealing with? He's dealing with divine alignments.
Oh.
How everything has worked together.
Wow.
For what you're about to experience.
Wow.
How everything has worked together for what you are about. From your age to your gender to your place in birth. To your experiences, to the year you were born, how it's divinely aligned to all work together to what God is about to do in your life.
Now, see, that's what I would love to experience.
Yes.
Record it. Please record it.
We're going to record it.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to a good time. Looking forward to singing with the praise team, with the choir. We normally have pop-up testimonies that evening, and we try to give everybody a chance. So we tell them to keep it, real. It has to be real brief and a real pop-up testimony.
Does everybody know how to testify?
Well, when we do a New Year's Eve, oh yes, they know because you will be pulled.
So you don't hand them the mic.
Oh yeah, we hand them the mic. We have
handle
them
it.
line up. We have them line up. So
Lord
they
have
line up on
mercy.
either side or whatever. But yeah, that's something that
Everybody don't know how to testify.
they don't. But when we give the instructions out.
Yeah, wonderful.
Whoever is conducting the service, whatever, let you know you only got a couple seconds to say something.
Okay.
And really, we call it statement. I should have said statements instead of testimonies.
Okay.
So you can just get them say, I just thank the Lord for keeping me all year, or I thank the Lord for whatever, for that year. But it has to be a statement, not a run-on sentence, just a statement,
not a soliloquy.
Right, exactly. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to fellowshipping in the new year with the saints, my family, and everyone. So I'm excited. God is blessed. I didn't even ask how your Christmas was. I assume
it was wonderful.
Was it?
It was real peaceful and quiet. Of
Yeah,
course,
that's
my
what I'm talking
children got what they wanted, and I didn't have to pull my hair out to do it. So, then we have. I ain't got that much. I saw you.
I was looking on the hat.
See, but I had visitors from both sides of the family.
Okay,
and it was peaceful.
Cool.
And a wonderful day.
Great. Well, you guys here on Facebook Live, I thank you for joining us on tonight. Those who are on YouTube and listening to us on the station's website, I appreciate each and every one of you for hanging in with us. I know we just started this show November 13th.
Right.
But you hung with us for the past couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
And we appreciate you. We thank you for just jumping in with both feet. So many did. And,
the support has been great.
Yeah.
It's been great.
It has been.
Next year, it's about to be off the chain.
It's about to be off the chain.
Yeah, we got some stuff
Apostle
coming.
has spoken. Did y'all hear that?
But we have spoken behind closed doors.
Oh, true.
All
right.
And
we received that.
We got a lot of stuff cooking.
Yes.
That's coming this year. And so we're excited about it.
So don't go anywhere, you guys. Stick with us. We have some great things coming. We're grateful for this platform here at Intellectual Radio. Grateful for our super producer.
Yes.
Earl, the other Winfrey.
The other Winfrey.
If you want to get a show here, contact him. He's on Facebook, but do not ask for the time that we're on because we already have that time.
And slots are filling. Let me tell you.
Yes, they are. You better watch out.
Call while you can.
Earl is the Lord is blessing Earl. And I won't say that, but the Lord is blessing Earl. He's doing great things over here. And I'm excited about it. Yes. I'm excited. We're walking. I was listening to the song. Who's that? The Mary Walking. I'm not going to try and sing that song. I was listening to it on the way in and I started walking. So I'm walking to 2019 with some great expectations. I know that God is doing some
That's the word
things.
Right there. Expectation.
Yes.
That's the word. You have to expect something.
To get some.
Right. And we used to say in the church in the old days, expectation is the breeding ground for miracles.
Okay.
And so when you expect something, then you will it to come to you.
Love it.
And so I'm expecting great things in 2019.
Indeed. Well, I want to wish each and every one of you a very happy and blessed new year.
Yes.
On this evening. And likewise to you, Apostle.
Likewise to you.
Thanks for taking this journey with me. I appreciate you.
My pleasure every step of the way.
All right. All right, we're going to get out of here. Thanks again to Michelle Thomas for these beautiful gifts. We're going to take them into 2019 with us. And you will see our water in here. We're going to have water. Yes. Dr. Hill, he's going to have water in here. Yeah. You've been listening to Mind, Body, and Soul and A&D Conversations.
For the ride, it's mind, body, and soul. An A&D Conversation. An A&D Conversation.